live with amazing grace, and I am here to bring you all the Freedom Project class. We are going to deep dive and dig deep when it comes to forgiveness and why it's so important to forgive individuals, to forgive yourself, because it's the only way. It's like being forgiving or forgiveness is like your key forward, okay? It's like your key forward to the next level is like it comes from the family of accountability, being forgiving, okay? Um let's keep let's keep going. Um I don't want to y'all to death, but anyway, um Grand Rising. I hope you all woke up in love, peace, and positive energy. Hey, sweet Jensen. Hey, hey, hey. Anywho, forgiveness is for you. Let's start there. All right. Um, the reasons why it's so important for you to be forgiving is because you want to fully move on. You want to fully ascend and transform and be able to, like I said, open new doors or open doors to like your new life or the next level, okay? That is why it's so important to be forgiving. Be forgiving, okay? Also, for some of y'all had to go through situations where you've had to forgive an individual without an apology. So it's like, how do you forgive somebody and they ain't even apologized? This is something that needs to be talked about more often because it's going to be a lifetime of forgiveness and apologies and people having to take accountability, and that's just the way life, I just heard that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Somebody says that. I don't say that. But yeah. Excuse me. Also, why am I channeling? I'm channeling messages. We're in class right now, and I am channeling messages. This is so crazy. We just gonna go with the flow, y'all. I did write out a small syllabus to lead and guide us, but we're here. Grand Rising. Thank you so much. Thank you. Um, so let's get back into it. A lot of y'all be like, I want new love and I want a new life and I want to move forward and I don't want to fight anymore, and and I feel like you have and because you've been asking the divine, the most high God, for these changes to come into your life, and you've had to literally learn how to forgive or teach yourself how to forgive by because you wanted to start feeling better, and once you really truly start forgiving someone or you forgive them, you start feeling better. Forgiveness is for you, y'all. We have been learning about forgiveness for a long time, and yes, it changes things change, people change, this energy has changed, so yeah, forgiveness. And I people get pissed off with me sometimes when I say you need to forgive and you need to be forgiven. That is not, like, I'm not saying it to be malicious or to say it, oh, you need to forgive because that's the traditional thing to do. No, I'm saying forgive because deep down in your heart, deep down in your soul, you want to feel better about the scenario, about the situation. I'm not saying be forgiven and let a person back into your life and let them latch back on your energy. And here it is, you whip-de-doo, taking risk for another betrayal. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is being forgiven or forgiving this person so you can open them new doors. Like, bypass all that other shit. Because I feel like y'all have already bypassed all that other stuff. Like, forgiving a person without an apology, and why it's important to forgive them so you can move on, so you can feel better. So, you just grow. You just are growing. Like I said, healing is forever. You just get better. So, a lot of y'all have already forgiven the individual, is what I'm saying. So, it's almost like a review. 9 and 9, the year of the 9 year cycles. We got endings with the 10-10 energy. For some of y'all, could be seeing 10-10 a lot, but the number 9 is definitely, I'm hearing outshining. I just heard outshining, shine bright like a diamond in your birth chart, surrounding your birth chart. Things that you had to come down here and accomplish, things that you needed to do. And I feel like forgiveness was a big accomplishment for a lot of you guys, okay? For those that 10-10, look, y'all, for those that are still working towards this energy of like being truly forgiven, and it's like you really forgive this individual because you're not hurt about it anymore, or it's like you're not triggered about certain things anymore. So that's a way to know you forgave an individual as well, okay? So it's like you being in a better space in your life. Like you truly forgive individuals that may have betrayed you. Like it's like you can talk about the betrayal without crying or getting in your feelings or getting upset. You can use your experience. You have used experiences from your own personal betrayal to help other individuals move forward. Okay, that's a form of abundance. I just want to let you know that for those who have done these things, like that's a form of abundance. And like how we talk about like things that y'all great debts that y'all have to do, like being a humanitarian, being a chosen one. You know what I'm talking about. But anyway, those that energy, like you mastering different things. Forgiveness was one of the hardest things that you ever had to do, because it's like you 11-11. Look at that. For some of y'all, your twin flame could have betrayed you, and I feel like that was one of the hardest betrayals for you. Could be the betrayal from your mother, could be the betrayal from your father. Whoever the betrayal was from, you guys, I feel like you have mastered the triggers in the midst of that betrayal. People have purposely tried to use like shortcomings or the betrayal to like betray you again. like like adding insult to injury. Like I've seen it. I've experienced it firsthand. Like you done already betrayed me, but you want to come back around and add insult to injury. Narcissistic individuals, like y'all have had to forgive narcissists. Oh my goodness. Forgiveness and the narcissist. It's like just forgive them, okay? Because they gonna play with the forgiveness. They gonna play with the apology. They not gonna apologize. And if they do, they're not gonna mean it. A lot of y'all are aware of that energy. You know that off the rip. Like, so it's like you want the cycle to be done. You want the cycle to close. So a lot of y'all have taken y'all power back from like the narcissistic empath journey energy. Some of y'all have mastered that journey, is what I'm truly getting as well. Like this person can't trigger you no more, like intentionally trigger you or purposely trigger you or hurt you. Or I feel like for some of y'all have been so far gone, like in the midst of forgiveness, and you truly understand why forgiveness is so important. It's like because you've seen it on the other foot, like you've seen the other side of things. And you like, I'm down here to see the other side of things. For some of y'all are down to see the other side of, down here to see the other side of these experiences, okay? So it's like you want a person to forgive you. You know what I'm saying? Like if you ever, betrayed someone or made a mistake, or you would want God to forgive you. You would want the Most High God to forgive you, or so forth and so on. So it's like the energy of what would Jesus do? What would the Most High do? What would Lord Shiva do? What would my Durga do? Like that energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, what would the Most High God do? So it's like moving in that energy, okay? So it's like y'all have literally had to, but it feels good, y'all, don't it? It do, it feel good in there. Some of y'all may have been like in this bitter energy, and I'm not calling you bitter. I'm saying like the land before time. Why did I just say that? The land before time is significant to somebody, okay? But I was finna say way before time. Well, I wanted to say way before time, before you started healing. It didn't feel good to be in that energy, or for people to trigger you. You getting triggered, and every time you turn around, somebody using a betrayal or using something that was a shortcoming to you, or using something that hurt you against you to continuously poke at the bear or poke those wounds, okay? These people are like having to take accountability, and even though they may not be taking accountability to you, accountability is being had behind the scenes, is what I just heard, okay? So let's get the syllabus. We are already 11 minutes into class. Okay, forgiveness. And like I said, people used to get upset with me when I used to be like, let that shit go, let that shit go. They want to hear that. They already wanted to hear that. 1212 is significant to somebody's situation, but how do you think you're going to pay out your karma? Paying out karmic cycles or karmic debts and stuff like that. And if you trying to be bitter and hold on to some shit, okay? It's like you obviously know it's something in the midst of that situation with you and this individual. So it's like, okay, it's something here. I know you betrayed me. I'm gonna just forgive this situation for me and my sanity and my heart and my soul, so I can move on. And then a lot of y'all have done this work. A lot of y'all have already been through this. It's like, and for those who haven't, let's start here for you guys. Wait a second on those who are familiar with these different experiences, okay? Forgiveness is for you. It's because why do you want that burden to carry? It's a burden. And even though you may not want to see it as a burden, or you want it to hold on to it as like a comfort blanket that, oh, this person betrayed me, and you want to be a victim, and it's okay to have that moment when, you know, but it always comes a time where you gotta let that shit go, where you gotta heal from it, where you have to face it with yourself head on, because you know it's gonna fuck with you. It's gonna bother you throughout your life until you address it. You know what I'm saying? And once you see it again and it don't trigger you, that's when you know you've forgiven that individual. That's when you know you over a situation. Okay? And the person that betrayed you, sometimes they may feel relieved. Okay? For those who have grown and have matured, they may feel relieved that you forgive them, because they be having to move on. Some of them that have a conscience, and that is like, damn, I wish she would forgive me, so we could just literally move on. You could break whatever curse or whatever karmic tie that needed to be broken between you and whomever else, okay? That's for those who haven't experienced forgiving an individual and feeling better about, like, okay, yeah, they betrayed me, but I grew from that. Look who I've become behind that betrayal. They thought they were going to end me behind that betrayal. That was so stressed out, and I was so heartbroken. That was supposed to break me down, but it made me stronger. You know what I'm saying? And that is the story you are able to tell here in this new season because of the work that you've done, okay? So we're in the syllabus for this. Okay. Well, maybe not. Okay, I didn't write that much, but to get us going, because y'all know I already be channeling for class anyway. This is the most I've channeled. This is the most I've channeled in class, besides us doing like mastery messages or whatever. Okay, so this is the syllabus, you guys. Forgiveness is for you. Let's start there, okay? The reasons why forgiveness is important and why it's for you is because you're the one that has to carry that shit, okay? Who wants to continue to carry a burden that somebody else put on you or somebody else caused the burden and they want you to relive the burden? They want you to relive the betrayal. But here it is, you can't move. You holding on to the betrayal. You done got bitter by now because you waiting on an apology. No, don't wait on an apology, okay? Forgive yourself for allowing yourself to be in a situation where you are even in the midst of somebody betraying you or you having to feel some type of way, okay? Forgive yourself. Let them go through life thinking they got one up on you because they ain't apologized for some shit they know they was wrong for doing to you or putting you in a situation. Okay, that becomes your burden, not theirs. That is why it's important to forgive that person, to forgive the situation, because they'll hold it towards you and they'll dangle it in your face and they'll throw it in your face until you forgive them. And that don't be for them. It don't be them. It don't be you forgiving them for them. You be forgiving them for you, baby. Because you don't want to continue to be triggered or wanting to feel that energy. And I know a lot of y'all get what I'm saying. It's like, I've been there before. I can hear you. You like, yeah, I've been there before. Where it's like, okay, I've healed. I feel better. I love better. That situation, that betrayal, it made me stronger. You know what I'm saying? When you starting to be able to identify yourself and you seeing a new you in the midst of that betrayal, you know you're healing. You know you truly forgive the situation. You know you truly have moved on. You have used the betrayal to help somebody. That's when you know you won. When you can use your most darkest energy in your life where you were down on your knees praying to God that God would take the pain off of you, that God would take it away. Because you were so hurt. You were so heartbroken. Blood, sweat, tears, your hair falling out. You couldn't keep your edges. I know. I've been there. You were that heartbroken. But you came out of all that because you were doing the work on yourself. You said, I'm to hell with that pain. I'm going to heal myself. I'm going to do the work. I'm going to show back up in the world like I was never hurt. You going to be in love again like you was never heartbroken. You going to smile again like you didn't just have a frown on your face last year or 2 years ago. You get what I'm saying? That's when you know you've healed. That's when you know you've forgiven a person or an individual. Like, it don't hurt to talk about them. You like, oh, well, sending love. Oh, I hope all is well. I hope all is well with that person. You don't wish them bad because, you know, God, the Most High God and the laws of Ma'at and karma have taken care of this individual. Like I said, y'all have forgiven them without an apology. Y'all were divinely led and guided to forgive without an apology because the laws of Ma'at was going to take care of that karma behind it, or they were going to have to take accountability anyway. They were going to see the same lesson or the same betrayal with somebody else. Okay? For some of them, they get it. For some of them, they don't. And they will never get it. Okay? Alright. You just start feeling better. Like I said, healing is forever. You just get better. Alright? And the narcissist, the person that betrayed you, they hate to see y'all heal. They hate to see you move on and you done forgave them. For some of them, they don't be wanting you to forgive them. They want you to hold on to the betrayal because they get some type of kick out of it. They get some type of energy restoration within themselves. When they know you still mad at them, or you know they know you still dwelling on the betrayal and you ain't done forgave them, they're like, oh, she doing all that spiritual stuff and ain't forget, she's still bitter. How you? That's low vibration. And it is. It's very low vibrational to still like be holding on to betrayals and you carrying burdens. Like these spiritual journeys is about liberation and freedom and love. Being bitter or holding on to betrayals, what energy does that give off? Low vibration, right? Okay, yes. So you guys have had like moments, and I feel like you've had several moments, and you'll have more. My throat. Where you've had to hold yourself accountable because the same thing that was shown to you, it showed back up at your doorstep. Okay, for some of y'all, not all of you. Okay, um, you're identifying as a more spiritually healed and matured individual now because you have healed from some of the most heinous betrayals, might I say, okay? You have had those moments of reflection like, damn, I remember when that shit used to piss me off. I remember when I used to get so mad about that. When that person used to come around me, I used to be mad as hell. Like, like triggered, just triggered. That's not you anymore. You're not triggered. A person can't even use your past against you to trigger you. That's how far you've come. You should be proud of yourself. Okay? Being able to acknowledge your accomplishments in this journey, when it comes to this journey, because this journey is one of the hardest journeys. Okay? I'm going to say that. It's not for the weak. It's to strengthen thee. Okay? And that is why forgiveness is important, okay? Because it just goes with the cycles of life. As you grow, you will continue to attain that knowledge that you need to continue to grow and continue to move forward. You get what I'm saying? Like, you'll be sitting back really reflecting on heartbreaks and, oh, I remember this person did this to me and da da da. And it's like, oh, I wonder how she doing now. I'm sitting in love and you're not mad at this person. Like, you remember being mad at them years ago. You remember the betrayal. You remember what happened around those times. And it's like, I've truly grown from that. I've truly healed from that. I can talk about that to confirmation to help somebody else move on from their betrayals, okay? That is why y'all be going through these different situations, okay? Let's get some energy from the tarot for you guys. So we're going to get a small mastery message from the tarot. Thank you. Grand Rising. Grand Rising, everybody. Alright, so we are going to get a small mastery message, but I feel like this is a message that is necessary. We are going to see who it is that we're just going to ask a few questions. We're going to ask the divine a couple questions. The first question I want to ask for the collective is there any specific person that my collective is like, is there some energy that needs to be worked on possibly when it comes to forgiveness, when it comes to moving forward for my collective? I know not all of my people are having to deal with that energy. I feel like you have like moved on from a lot, but let's just see what the divine wants to say. Anything that we could clean up on as a collective, anything that we could fix, because we've been fixing ourselves. We've been doing a lot of work on ourselves, but we just want to see. I'm getting that we went through a lot of training. The train is coming by, so we were being trained even in the midst of distractions, because a train can be distracting, but I feel like you were going through some type of training here. All right, show us the energy You were being betrayed in the midst of training. You were like, you went through a lot of shit, dog. You could be a Scorpio. A Scorpio could be significant. Show me the energy, divine, for the collective, for the Freedom Project collective. The Three of Wands is here. Okay. You are manifesting something here, or something is manifesting. Okay. Some type of new idea, some type of message. Somebody wants to send you a message or something. This could be an apology. Okay, so somebody does want to send a message. Just something. Okay, somebody is also communicating some type of telepathic apology. Somebody could be. I just heard grand gesture. So it's a grand gesture happening here. It's going to be a grand gesture or something like that from somebody that may have even been doing magic or is responsible for some type of manipulation, manipulating the energy, trying to slow something down here. Okay. This is the person that may want forgiveness. Somebody really was like not wanting you to move forward in life. Okay. This is some type of destiny blocker. Yeah, they may have even wanted to block your new opportunities. So what's some type of opportunities here that this person may have been trying to block? This is what you've forgiven. You've forgiven a lot of shit here. Okay? Excuse my French. Somebody in your family, definitely family members here that you've forgiven. Okay? You may have walked away from some people here with the Eight of Cups. Yeah. Because somebody was trying to control your life or control your happiness. Okay. Somebody was definitely trying to block you from making a decision and move on. Okay. But you had to let this situation go. Whatever situation this was, you had to let it go. Okay. Even like when I talked to y'all about like because if you don't forgive an individual, that's going to keep you from healing. Like, you're going to forever be a victim. Nobody wants to be a victim. Something significant about 2017, 2021 is significant. Between 2017 and 2021 is significant. Take that energy as it resonates. But when you're being bitter, I'm not saying you're bitter, but when you're in this bitter filled energy and you're not forgiving an individual, that keeps you in a place of not moving forward. Okay, that keeps you in a place of being stuck and or feeling stuck. Because I know from my experience, when I was going through my betrayals and I had to heal and work on forgiveness, and it was like my ancestors was already kind of preparing me for different things that I was going to experience. Like, my heart was broke the whole time. I didn't want to go through all that. My heart was broke. Like, it was. I didn't want to face a lot of my betrayals, but I did. I faced them head on. It made me grow. I grew from it. You know, and a lot of y'all had to face y'all betrayals head on as well. But now you get to get your wishes fulfilled. You've healed. Now you get to get your wishes fulfilled here with the Nine of Cups. You've learned. You learned everything that you needed to learn here with the Hierophant. Okay, and you in your power here. You in your life purpose. So you in your life purpose. Forgiving and being forgiving is for you to be moving forward in your life purpose. Just period. Right? So somebody literally was trying to take your destiny, but they didn't have the power to do so. Somebody here could be a Pisces. It's an Aquarius here. That's significant. Could be a Taurus here. Okay? What else is here that the collective needs to see? We got a Scorpio. Scorpio energy. A Scorpio is going through some type of recovery. A Scorpio wants to recover something, or a Scorpio wants to heal something. You could have been having to go through like a death and rebirth energy as well. You were healing. Yeah, death and rebirth energy. You had to heal. You had to do some type of recovery. You recovered from something. This could have been some energy in the past as well that you had to recover from something. Somebody was trying to block you from investing in something. The Seven of Coins is here. A heartbreak is here. The Tower is here. Okay, somebody is definitely experiencing something that they may have taken you through. So accountability is being had even though it may be coming back as like karma as well. Something could be coming back like an apology could be being had through my eye for some of y'all. Something here significant about 2023. Somebody in regret. Somebody is also in regret about your protection, or they're in regret about blocking you from something. Somebody in regret here about blocking you from something. A love offer. Wow. Let's get one more. For being deceptive. May have lied to block a love offer. They blocked you from being seen. They didn't want you to be seen because you spoke the truth or you're a truth teller. They wanted people to come up against you here with the Nine of Wands and take risks. So this person even lied to cause conflict to come towards you with the Five of Wands. Heard they brought it to your doorstep. Now you're exposing them, or you're exposing a situation or something, or some type of communication is here. But because you were exposing the situation, you're in communication, something about your throat chakra, but they attacked you because you spoke the truth. You spoke the truth about a third party. Somebody may have been like some cheating may have happened. The person that was doing the juggling could want to apologize, but I feel like you forgive this person too, because somebody went through some type of karma behind you. Somebody could be a Libra. Somebody's receiving some type of justice. This could be like karmic justice. I just said this. Okay, it's important for you to forgive and move on so you can receive justice. I feel like that's why you're feeling a lot better. Something is definitely significant about 2020, 2023 is significant, okay? You are definitely, like I just heard, justice bringer, the justice seeker, but you're receiving justice because you literally ended out these different cycles. You ended out cycles. You closed the cycles out by being forgiving. Even when you didn't feel like people deserved your forgiveness, it wasn't even about what they deserved. It was about what you deserved. You deserve to feel better, honey, okay? Whoever this King of Pentacles is, or this Leo, or you can have these placements. You've had to forgive like a friend energy, okay? Three of Cups, a friend, they could be stuck in the hangman position, like good for you, because look, they finally, whoever this friend is, they finally got their karma. They're under judgment. They finally getting their karma. While you're becoming successful, somebody is under judgment and finally getting their karma. It's a couple here that's finally getting their karma, okay, for working against you here with the Three of Pentacles. So it's like with them, not 2024 is significant, okay? Them not even like apologizing, that shit don't matter. A lot of you guys see it from a higher perspective, okay? Being forgiving, like y'all not who y'all used to be with the Six of Cups. Y'all are not who y'all are. That y'all was this energy where you was a victim. You not that energy anymore. You've been ready to move on, and you have. All right, I'm going to leave it there. That is class, y'all. Class was just strictly based on forgiveness. We ain't gonna do too much. I have been having like a pressure headache with my crown. Like we've been having like pressure. Something significant about 2019 to 2024, 2018 is significant, y'all. Around those times is significant. I feel like it's been like 7-year cycles closing out, 9-year cycles, 12-year cycles, 18-year cycles, 24 years cycles have been closing out left and right. Y'all have been closing these cycles out because you have been doing the work. And being forgiven is a part of doing the work. Being forgiving is a part of your healing and a part of your self-love. That is why it has been so important, y'all. But that was class, y'all. I love y'all. I will see y'all. We are going to start doing zodiacs tomorrow, okay? I'm doing some work on another platform. So that's neither here nor there. My business line is open for sessions. Y'all already know. But yeah, that was class. Thank you all for showing up. I hope y'all learned something today. For those who've been with me for a while, y'all are already familiar with why it is so important to forgive and why forgiveness will close out the cycle that has been repeating. Even without a person taking accountability in your face or apologizing, they're going to have to regardless. All right. I'll see y'all soon.